Welcome once again. Welcome to the International School of Traders. Welcome to the live trading session. This is the Tuesday session. I'm going to go through the market and show you what do we have today. So I'm going to start off with the news items. Well, there's a couple of things expected this afternoon from the US, especially, and a little bit from Canada later this afternoon. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the Canadian wholesales. In fact, that is month on month. We're expecting a little bit of an increase this afternoon. Very important news today. And then later on this afternoon, we're going to have a little bit of news coming from the US as well, which is the consumer confidence. Actually, this is very, very important. Consumer confidence is very, very important to look at today at 1600 hours South African time. We do have HPI composite year on year and month on month at 3 o'clock South African time. But the consumer confidence is very, very important. It's a very, very, very very, very important things to measure. You can also look at, in most cases, we look at business confidence, we look at other things, but in this particular case, we're looking at consumer confidence. How well, are the consumers trusting the economy? We look at their buyings, like how they really buy or how they really act, how do they really take opportunities in the economy, especially with the inflation that we are having throughout or globally. We are expecting, a little bit of a lesser number than we have here. We can see that previously we had a 98.7, which is good. But now the focus is to say we're looking at 97.2. Now that is a much lesser change than previous. And I believe if this change is much greater than this, then we might see a little bit of movement in the markets as well, right? Cool. And then also at 4 o'clock, we're going to be receiving new home sales in the US. That's very, very important to look at, especially during this high time of, let me just say, these are the times of inflation, right? Cool. Now, let me go straight into the market. Let me show you exactly what it is that I am looking at this afternoon. I'm going to go through a little bit of charts here. So I just asked a question if your USD did trigger in this particular case, but less people are saying yes, and more people are saying no, it didn't trigger, Now let's see how this afternoon unveils itself. But according to my setup here, we should have, but because of different brokers, looked at different people, different brokers. Some people are using, some brokers that have widespread. And in this particular case, that would be the reason why your order is not yet in. And if it's not yet in, I'm going to give you an entry, I think in the next few minutes. Let me check here. Okay, cool. So this is what I'm saying to you. Sell USD now. It's a very confident statement. Sell USD now. Let's look at our stop loss here. We are taking a sell on USD leave a stop loss should be now a little bit lower to achieve more. So sell USD now with a stop loss of 0.96832. That's around 30 pips. And then take profit at 0.96001, right? Which is our previous low. So you sell it now, and then okay, let's look at other things as well. Euro USD, one of the trades and setup that you've been looking at in this particular case, the market is not transforming or conforming to the things that I've already, looked at. I was looking at these previous highs, the equal highs. Now we're having equal lows at the moment. Very, very, important thing to look at to say, hey, because when we have equal highs and equal lows, we look at how the retail traders are positioning themselves versus how the institutions are positioning themselves in those areas. And in this particular case right here, I am not seeing anything that is a confirmation for me to buy, although I would really love to buy. So there's nothing that isn't a confirmation to say I can buy at the moment. I can only wait in this particular case. I believe waiting and seeing a market escape this box over here, or some sort of a rectangle over here. Right, an escape out of this shape over here. We can see a clear direction on this market. I didn't discuss GBP, JPY, but this was my outlook. Early in the morning, I was actually expecting markets to push a little bit further to go to these, previous areas over here so that you can take positions on the downside, but it didn't happen. So if that does happen, if market does continue going further down, I expect a change in the market around these areas to go into that direction, and then we can change towards the downside. Right. So there is very, very good outlook. It is a good outlook in terms, this is a good outlook basically on this market over here, which is GBP JPY. We do have something on Euro GBP. Euro GBP last week did not trigger our trade. So I told everybody to actually close the pending order that we had. I believe I did say to say we must close the pending order now. In this particular case, we are expecting markets to push here, change direction towards the upside, right? Cool. Now, what can be more? What's more now? The only thing that we can look out for now is the selling options, which are not yet presenting themselves according to what I'm seeing here. Let me go to another time frame. Yes, those options are not yet available, but as time goes, they are going to present themselves later on. Those opportunities are going to present themselves later on, right? Okay, cool. And then we do have USD CAD. This is my outlook on USD CAD. I believe that market will have the ability to push a little bit further towards the top side and then change direction around the 1.29086 level. And then GBPST, yesterday we took a very good entry here. It was a buy order, right? This was a buy order. Market went into the correct direction and everything, but our target was a little bit higher here. So that is what, what I explained earlier in the morning, or actually earlier today on the groups to say our target was the one actually that gave us trouble here. We should have targeted lower than that, like around 1.2, 1.3 ratio, right? 1 is to 1.2, 1 is to 1.3. But whatever the case might be, we're still gonna thrive. We do have a couple of things happening this afternoon. So I believe that when an opportunity reveals itself, we are going to take part, we are going to take trades. If you are not on USDCHF, if you're not on USDCHF, you're actually missing out. I've already given the trade. I am going to be giving out the trade on I'm going to be giving it out on the VIP on the VIP group, and also, yeah, on a couple of groups. So if you're not part of those groups, just text us. Thank you so much for coming through. I will see you guys on the other side of the withdrawals. If you are seeing this on YouTube, like and subscribe. See you on the other side of the withdrawals. Shalom.